Naomi's life began with a sound she grew to hate. Her parents screaming at each other late at night. Her father, a police officer who believed his uniform gave him permission to misbehave, was never home. And even when he was never truly present. Her mother, a tired trader with more tears than strength, kept pretending things would get better. They didn't. One evening, after another argument that shook the entire house, Naomi watched her mother quietly fold clothes into a nylon bag. Her hands trembled. Her eyes were swollen. She didn't even tell Naomi anything until she was standing by the door. "Dress up," she told her softly. "We're leaving." "Where are we going, Mommy?" Naomi asked. "To start a new life." But that new life wasn't peaceful. Her father refused to let her mother take both children. After hours of shouting and neighbors gathering, a painful agreement was forced. The father kept the son. The mother left with Naomi. No child forgets that kind of separation. They moved to another state. With little money and no support, her mother opened a small beer parlor, the kind of place where plastic chairs wobble, men drink away their regrets, and little girls learn things they shouldn't learn. Men admired her mother. Men admired Naomi too, even as a teenager. She grew up around catcalls, drunken laughter, and conversations that no child should ever hear. At night, Naomi would ask, "Mommy, why doesn't Daddy love us?" Her mother would sigh, "Your father loves himself too much to love anybody else." Those words stayed with Naomi. She finished school, got into the University of Jos, graduated, and came to Abuja for NYSC, where she opened a thrift business from her monthly alawi. But the hole inside her, the one shaped like a father, never closed. Any man who smiled at her felt like a rescuing hand. Any man who showed tiny affection felt like love. Any man who said, "You're beautiful," had access to her heart and her pocket. Naomi began sponsoring men, feeding them, clothing them, buying phones, paying school fees. She once bought a delivery bike for a guy she had known for barely 3 weeks. Her friends laughed at her. "You too like love, Naomi." But she didn't like love. She needed love. And that need nearly destroyed her. She fell into the hands of Aima, handsome, manipulative, jobless, with a smile that hid violence. He beat her, insulted her, collected the passwords to all her bank apps, withdrew her money, came and went as he pleased. But whenever he tried to leave her, Naomi would panic and beg. One night, after he slapped her because she asked him why he needed urgent 20,000 again, she held his shirt and cried, "Please don't leave me, Aima. You're all I have." He pulled away coldly. "Naomi, if you don't want me to leave, better behave yourself." She stayed, because loneliness scared her more than bruises. Eventually, she joined a group of 3 girls, fun, flashy, competitive, and deeply toxic. Their friendship was a battlefield of who had the best wig, the richest sugar daddy, the latest phone. They were the ones who introduced her to dating older married men. "You're too fine to be suffering," one of them said. "You better use what you have. That your thrift business cannot buy you an iPhone 17. It was supposed to be small money at first, but then the gifts grew bigger and bigger and bigger. Naomi became a big girl. 2 phones, luxury wigs, designer bags, clubbing every weekend, unboxing videos on Instagram, followers praising her hustle, believing all the money came from thrift business. Her friends envied her. Some secretly tried to snatch her sugar daddies, but Naomi was always 2 steps ahead, until she met the man who would change everything. Sunday Abraham. Sharp suit, sharp mind, zero nonsense, a business mogul feared across Abuja. He told Naomi one night over dinner, "I like you. I will take care of you. But if you want my support, you must belong to me. Only me." Naomi smiled, excited by the validation. "I promise," she said. But she didn't keep it. She couldn't. Her lifestyle needed multiple streams of support. She continued seeing older men secretly, but he always watched silently. Then came the turning point, Daniel. Daniel was different, calm, steady, respectful, the kind of man who said please and thank you and meant it. They clicked instantly, laughing at the same jokes, talking like old friends, holding hands like teenagers. But Daniel had questions. Naomi, how do you afford all these things? My thrift business. Why do you hide your phone like it's nuclear code? I have private customers. He wasn't convinced. One night, she fell asleep while chatting. Her phone vibrated. Daniel picked it up. His hands trembled as he read messages from different older men. My baby, I miss you. Check your account. Tomorrow night, same place. He felt his chest crack. The next morning he confronted her. Naomi, who are all these men? She froze, then cried, begged him, said she didn't know how to stop, said this was her survival, said she loved him differently. Daniel walked away. But love is foolish. He returned when she promised she had cut all of them off. Except she didn't. Daniel hacked her phone and found out she still entertained the men, still collected money, still lived a life. This time he broke completely. He took leave from work, went to Warri, stayed with his mother, cried silently at night, met old friends, and met Evie during one of his outings with his friends. Evie, beautiful, elegant, soft-spoken, black-skinned with a pointed nose and quiet confidence. They liked each other and started dating. Daniel told her everything. Evie listened, then said one dangerous sentence. She used you. Why don't you take something back? And that was how their dark strategy began. Daniel returned to Abuja pretending he still loved Naomi. He told her he wanted to relocate abroad for further studies. Naomi, we can't start fresh over there. Marry there. Raise children with dual citizenship. Leave this struggle behind. Those words hooked Naomi's heart. She poured money into him. Millions. Money from every sugar daddy she still had. Money she didn't have. Money she should have saved. Daniel traveled abroad. Before traveling, he secretly got married to Evie in Benin City. They had a quiet celebration, just family and very few friends. He continued collecting from Naomi, sending the money to Evie, building a new life. When he was settled, he used Naomi's money to bring Evie to the States. Then he sent Naomi one last message. Long, cold, heartless. Naomi, you never respected yourself. You never intended to stop. I hope you find your life. Then, blocked her everywhere. Naomi shattered. The money she used to float her life, gone. The love she thought she finally found, gone. Her image, gone. Her dignity, gone. She cried until her voice cracked. Then the final blow came. Sunday Abraham found out everything. He discovered the secret sugar daddies. He discovered she had been funding a boyfriend with his money. He discovered her double life. Sunday Abraham didn't shout. He didn't insult. He just said, return my keys. He cut her off from everything. Car, apartments, allowances, access. Her other sugar daddies too suddenly disappeared. No one picked her calls. No one replied her texts. It was as if someone pressed a universal block Naomi button. Her friends, the same ones who used to praise her, now mocked her. Big girl don't fall. So all those unboxing videos now wash? Imagine sponsoring a man who had a wife. Naomi became empty, broke, alone, and invisible, all because she was chasing the love she never received as a child. Thank you for listening to this tale. If you enjoyed this story, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who loves folk tales. I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the comments who your favorite character was. and why. Your support helps keep these stories alive. Until the next tale, stay curious, stay inspired.